Begin.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Pokemon FireRed Nuzlocke Randomizer Race. I'm Herao, and I'm probably somewhere on the screen right now. There's an arrow. Probably.
Facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Now it's facing the right way.
Damn it, now you're making me edit shit. Fuck you.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I hate that, like, in Broforce, because obviously we were a little tipsy when we were playing Broforcing, as we were drinking while playing Broforce. And we get to a point in the recording where, like, every other fucking thing out of myself, every other fucking thing out of my mouth is, do this, do that, to the editor, who happens to be me.
Yeah, fuck
So
the past
fuck
career.
you, me. Yeah, fuck Pastor.
So I remembered the story I was going to tell in the last part, and that was probably the fastest turnaround we've had for a while in terms of starting a new session.
Well, I think part of us just wants to get through as much of this as possible tonight.
Yeah, that is a fair
I
assumption.
have determined I am not going to do Viridian Forest right now.
See, okay, but just before we started recording, Herao goes to me, alright, this next episode, we're both making progress, we're both making it through Viridian Forest. And I was like, I have no type advantage, my levels aren't high enough. And he's like, no, you're doing it. I'm like, fuck you. And the first thing you're saying, straight away, yeah, I'm not doing it.
My highest Pokemon is level 7, fuck you.
My height? What? Level 7?
Yep.
What happened to your level 12?
I didn't have one, I was lying.
Oh.
In the last video, I said I was gonna talk about something and I forgot what it was, even though there was like literally like 20 seconds between videos.
We both had topics, and the topic was the kind of, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Can I say mine real fast?
Go for it.
So in like part 24, there's like this part where, you know, you have that bitch from Party Cat, and then you're
Yep.
And nobody commented on like what the fuck I was censoring.
Yep.
like I like posted in TBC chat. I was all like, I bet like the first comment we're gonna get is like, what the fuck are you trying to censor us from?
Yeah.
And nobody said anything.
Okay, so full disclosure, I know exactly what he was censoring us from. It was fucking really bad. Like, abysmally and chaotically and just horrendously bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It was. It was
you
so
like dogs.
What?
I said it's not that bad unless you like dogs.
I mean, clearly I like dogs. I've got fucking Marley right here. God. Anyway,
All right, go on with your story.
Yeah, so my story was going to be about for people who don't know the origins of the sensor noise, it was actually when Morg went and got a sex change, and
it was in Sacrificial Yoshi's whenever you were in the videos.
Yeah, Herao actually was going through a level, and I was describing that he should try and do the flutter jump, as I now know it to be called, and
Flutter kick. Thank you.
Oh, flutter kick. Well, there you go. See, I still don't know. And basically, I go, oh, aren't you meant to like hold the jump and, you know, do that jump where Yoshi goes, and Herao thought, wow, that's a sound clip that I'm going to be reusing every day. So every time there is any kind of censorship work, it's either that bitch from Party Cat or my Yoshi noise.
Do you know the origins of that bitch?
That was from
Mario Maker After Hours.
Mario Maker After Hours. Oh yeah, because that's the only one Party Cat's been in, hey?
Yeah, Party Cat was discussing his girlfriend and kept using her name. Yep. So finally he said that bitch, so I grabbed that bitch, and holy crap, it's a Zapdos.
Wow.
I grabbed that bitch, and I had to cover all of that every time he said her name with that. So
but that was also live streamed, wasn't it?
It was a live stream, so it's a fucking jinx. I ran into a jinx. I was making like jinx.
I was like, but we didn't say the same thing, and then I was like, oh right, Pokemon, yep.
I'm running into Pokemon I've never run into, even though I've been grinding on this route for like 12 parts.
See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's just, oh yeah, all of a sudden, yeah, there's a new Pokemon. Yeah. I had another Pokemon teleport.
Zapdos just hanging out here in the middle of Route 22.
Yeah, see, that sounds like my Route 22 with Regice and Celebi.
Lantern.
My favorite thing is fighting other Ivysaurs, because it's like, my Ivysaur is just the most dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's level 12.
My Datamon is level 8, and my Gomamon's level 7.
See, I still can't take you seriously for having Datamon on your teams again, because in the rehearsal run, that was the name of your Rolts.
Yep.
And every time, it'd be like, yeah, so my Rolts was, it's just still being a useless piece of shit. Every fucking time I asked, it's like, yep, still a piece of shit, still a piece of shit. And then all of a sudden, it needed just what to get to confusion, like 1 level.
Yep.
And you're like, it's just a piece of shit. That's not working. It needed 1 level to get confusion, son of a bitch.
That was pretty much the entire run. Like, I think all but one of the Pokemon I caught were just me randomly throwing Pokeballs at things. Is Houndour a fire Pokemon, a fire dark Pokemon?
Houndour, it would be a fire dark. It might just be fire in Houndour, but it's definitely fire dark when it's Houndour.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had an advantage over him before I risked Datamon's life.
I mean, you could still do it anyway.
Yeah, no.
You should.
I have 3 Pokemon. I'm not
I have
risking
2.
my life for you. What?
Yeah, I told you, my Dusclops died. Rob Zombie.
You have 2?
I have only 2 Pokemon. I've got Marley, my Ivysaur, and I've got fucking Sure, my Wurmple.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not having a good time.
Well, at least you didn't lose. That fire Pokemon that I was gonna find would have been awesome.
Camera?
What?
Camera? Or what?
What?
You said something. What? You fire Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
one?
the one I lost in Viridian Forest.
Which one was that?
The one with the volcano on his
Yeah,
back.
the camera.
Oh.
God damn it. So I've had this happen twice now, where I've gone to leave the patch of grass. You know how like it has like the 2 stages of movement, and you move, and it's like you turn that direction, and then you turn, and then you walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've had it happen twice now, where I've gone to walk out, and that initial turn to face that direction, has spawned another Pokemon. That's happened twice to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I hate Route 1.
I bet.
I miss Haley
1.
still.
I've been grinding on Route 22, so did we switch routes?
I didn't really go to Route 22 for long.
No.
After I saw the Regice, I was kind of like, I don't really have any type advantage here, so I'm just gonna go away. And then I was like, Ursa Rings and Dusclops, yeah, that works for me. It didn't.
It didn't.
Although, what did kill it? I forget what killed Dusclops. It was something stupid, like a Magneton, I think. Something that shouldn't have killed it. It didn't.
You made me miss my Magnemite.
Look, yeah, you deserve to be sad. I need to bring you down with me.
Fuck you.
I'm dragging you down. Oh, look, another Whale Lord. Now I can kick its ass like a motherfucker because I've got Vine Whip. Whale Lords, yeah, Whale Lords have a large amount of HP, even at being level 4. It took a long time to kill that
they're
first one.
fucking wells. What do you fucking expect?
Look, fuck you. You know what I was about to say? I was actually about to say, oh, I'm only 2 levels away from my Ivysaur from evolving. But it's already an Ivysaur, so it needs to be, what, level 36? God damn it.
Yep. Good for you.
Oh, I'm actually 3 levels away. I'm a fucking idiot.
I'm in Viridian Forest.
Wow.
Gonna find me a Master Ball.
So, so talking about my cold, that was what, part 1, part 2?
Yeah.
I should also state that I'm pretty sure I got it from going to Oz Comic Con, which coincidentally was also probably the best weekend I've had in my life for a very long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, most of the conventions I've been to have been like the highlights of my life.
See, okay, I volunteered at this one for the first time ever at a convention, and
So you're a pretty busy guy, I take it?
I was busy, but also not that very busy because I wasn't doing anything incredibly big. Like, for example, there was some stuff that was, manage the gaming booth, which was basically a bunch of gaming consoles were set up to allow people to play games if they want to. And then, there was support board, which was essentially sit around until another area needs your help and, frequently people were coming around to help, and then there was also stuff like managing the lines for like autographs and photo booths. And then there was literally one of the jobs is, you know, if you go to a convention, you have to pay to get a photo with celebrities. There's also like policies, you know, you're not meant to take photos that are hanging up on the wall because, you know, that's why people are paying for them, kind of thing. And so, and also privacy issues, I think. Anyway, so basically I was so glad I didn't get any of those, because you would have had to deal with people all day, and you would have had to deal with difficult people, which is the most, like, you would have had to been telling people off non-stop and everything. I was in the main stage. I was in stage 1, where there was panels and stuff. For those who haven't been to a convention, essentially a panel is either people showing off stuff, if they're a production company, or if it's a celebrity, it's usually just a Q&A. So basically, I was standing around at this stage with a bunch of celebrities like Carl Urban from Lord of the Rings and Star Trek, and Katie Sacker from Battlestar Galactica, Robert Englund, who played Freddy originally.
Really?
Yeah, so...
Fuck you.
Oh, look, it was great. I got to hear a lot of cool things, but basically, there are these hour-long panels, and usually you have to have these... usually there's these giant lines that form up an hour before the panel starts. And so, it's just... It can be chaotic. Every convention I've been to in the past, where I've had to line up... I've gone to see a panel, the lineup has always been the most infuriating part, because you gotta wait there for ages. You gotta,
Yep.
You gotta sit around doing nothing. And you've essentially got to, you got to put aside 2 hours for this 1 hour panel. And it's really frustrating. So I was on the other end of that, but instead of being the bad guy of, oh yeah, you have to line up down here, oh sorry, there's too many people inside, we didn't fill over capacity. Well, we did for one, and that was a cosplay competition thing. But basically, every time I was on the door, they were like, oh, you know, we're not having any lines, so just let people go in and out as, you know, as they please. And so I was like, oh, well, that's cool. You know, it makes the door job easy. And it's essentially just basically the Sydney Comic-Con, the Sydney Oz Comic-Con. The policy was first 5 minutes of panel, you can take photos and whatever, but past that, you're not allowed to do any photos, and there was no video recording at all.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's standard kind of procedures. Definitely no video recording, but photos.
See, all the conventions I've been to have been pretty lax on pictures and video and everything else. So
some I've been to.
They've never had a rule of, you know, don't take pictures. But I can understand, I can understand taking a picture, whatever. It's whatever. But it's irritating when people have phones shining in your eyes while you're trying to watch a panel.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, so stuff like photos being taken.
People, you don't have to have your phone in your hand at all times,
especially
unless you're watching our
videos.
Keep doing that.
So, the issue I have with, because all the conventions I've been to in the past have always been no photos whatsoever, or you can take photos throughout. Just don't use flash. And stages usually have a fair amount of lighting, so you don't need flash. So I was kind of oh, that's kind of cool. And they're like, yeah. But because we allow them to have that first 5 minutes, you got to be strict. Otherwise, people just think, oh, I can take photos whenever. So, you either had the option for all the jobs allocated for the stage. It was either stand at the door and just, say to people, hey, this panel's on. Feel free to come and go as you please. Just don't take photos after the first 5 minutes. And then once it's been 5 minutes, hey, we're not having any more photos in this panel. Which is friggin' easy. And everyone's happy with you and everyone loves you. And it's great. And I work in retail, so I'm used to it. But there's also usher, which was essentially, make sure people are sitting in the right seats and also watch out for people doing stuff they shouldn't, such as these photo and video policies that you were meant to enforce. And that was brutal. So many people would just come in late and then just try and take photos, and it's you're not allowed to. We've been telling you at the door, you're not allowed to. Don't do it, please. Why? Gosh, and just telling these people
they always ignore you when they're late.
Yeah, and it's just these people it's just so frustrating. These policies are here, and if you want to take a photo, you should have gotten here earlier. I mean, really, I get some things happen, but there was no line. You have no excuse. It's not like the panel started and you were still in line. Like, yeah.
Anyway, next time on TBC Plays, we're gonna talk more about that, I think.
Nah.
Nah. Alright, we won't talk about conventions ever again.
Ever again.
See you next time. Probably. Maybe.
Never.
Hopefully.
I promise.
Please watch our videos. They're really cool sometimes. That came out pathetic. I'm sorry.
You are pathetic.
I love you anyway. Know what?
Bye.
Bye.